Mic was off.
Future Game Show Spring Showcase.
My mic was off. This is crazy.
And Nolan North.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Future Game Show Spring Showcase. My name is Jennifer English, though you probably know me best as God's favourite princess and the most interesting girl in the world, aka Shadowheart from Baldur's Gate 3.
He has a very nice voice. He has a very lovely voice.
Ominous.
Ominous auditorium
Ominous.
to get you all up to speed with the latest video games.
I do like her
Though,
voice a lot.
As you
Very
can see,
nice voice.
I won't be braving this journey alone, as I'm joined by a man who needs no introduction.
Thank you, Jennifer. But alas, I'm going to subject you all to one anyway. Yes, it is I, Nolan North, the voice of Nathan Drake, Dr. Richtofen, and a bunch of other guys you've probably spent 30 or so hours with while sitting on your couch. If you haven't heard of me, it's because I recently took the substance, and now there's this British dude called Ben Starr who's running around taking all the jobs I used to get. He even hosted one of these shows, I think. Need to do something about that guy.
Murder.
But that's a problem for another time, because over the next 90 minutes, we are laser focused on introducing you to a new generation of great games.
You can expect plenty of gameplay trailers and a series of presentations from some of our
What do I expect from this? I don't even know what I expect from this, because I think most games are already revealed already. I don't think there should be any game that has not been revealed as yet showing up here, but
this is the
we're
next
still going to be
project
interested to
People
see.
Can Fly, the team behind Gears of War and Bulletstorm. Let's get into it, shall we?
Oh, so People Can Fly is announcing the next thing. My God. Why out again? Let's go. Interesting. It's obviously a different look for People Can Fly than what they're basically used to. Than what we're used to from them. At least what I'm used to from them. Not really that graphically impressive. Very, scaled down approach. More than like a survival crafting type of game. Is more than like a survival crafting. Yeah, the shooting didn't look that good to me. The shooting didn't look that good. I didn't like the shooting at all.
Okay, now we're cooking. That was your first look at Lost Rift, which is coming to Steam Early Access later this year. But you can wishlist it right now and join the Lost Rift Discord for more information. Now, Jen, I feel like you'll have something to say about this next trailer.
Yes, this one is quite special to me. We've got a new trailer for Claire Obscure Expedition 33, and it's all about the character I'm playing. And it's all about the character I'm playing in the game, which is
She's so cute.
now on this giant screen.
Oh my God.
Me. Wow. I cannot wait for you all to hear how her story unfolds, but for now, here's an introduction to your new favourite character in video games ever, Maya.
Very bold. A very bold assumption.
Lumia is not my home.
Very bold assumption.
Having second thoughts about the expedition.
Please, I'm more ready to go than you are.
The rest of us only have
I'm not really into this type of games, but I'm excited to see what it turns out to be.
Is better than 9 years in here. The dance begins. Angyard. Precise strike. Finesse and grace.
Interesting.
Keep going like nothing happened.
Interesting. I'm really excited for that one. That was one of those games I was excited to see.
Look at Jen's character Mael in Clair Obscur Expedition 33.
It's coming to PC, PlayStation and Xbox on April the 24th, so not long to go now. I do hope you get a chance to check it out, and if you don't, I will crawl through this screen and fight you.
Okay, hard pivot away from the Belle Epoque now, as we've got the next game from the horror maestros behind the award-winning Stasis series. Here's a closer look at Animal Use Protocol.
With trepidation, this place wrong, this place not right.
You say that about every place.
With insistence, wrong, smell bad.
Smells the same to
With
me.
urgency, move, now under, hide.
Okay. If this
With
isn't
growing
going,
impatience, be quiet.
I'm gonna try and get him to fix it.
you're sure this is the right way.
With indignation, pathfinding, very good. Better than smelly hate. Better than run. Paralyzed terror. Smelly hate, run.
I don't know what to feel about that. I don't know how to feel about that.
Animal Use Protocol is coming soon to PC, so stick it on your wish lists if you want to see more of this Tamagotchi rat companion.
Now, as we learned earlier this year, Capcom's cult classic samurai series Onimusha is making a major comeback.
And thankfully, for those of us who want to catch up, there's a remaster of Onimusha 2 Samurai's Destiny on the horizon.
Here's an inside look from the game's developers with a focus on Hell Mode, a brand new one-hit kill difficulty setting for the masochists among us.
The name says it's all, really. Hell is an extremely hard difficulty mode. All it takes is one hit from any enemy, and you'll die instantly. It's not for the faint of heart. I haven't been able to complete it myself yet. But some members of the staff have been able to pull it off. So I hope everyone tries it out to see if they can get through it.
That's an interesting
The original game was the first time I was in charge of the direction. So it has a special place in my heart, and this remaster brings a lot of tweaks. Apart from the fact that the graphics are now in high definition, we've also included quality of life improvements to make it more fun to play. So if you're new to the series, this is a great time to start, especially since the first game is available too. I'd love everyone to experience the world of Onimusha and explore every nook and cranny. So I look forward to your support.
Capcom's remaster of Onimusha 2 Samurai's Destiny is coming to PC and consoles on May 23rd, later this year.
Don't miss it. Our next game is Nitrogen Omega, a turn-based tactical RPG, ooh, my favorite, where you control a mech full of mercenaries. Let's take a look.
This one doesn't look any form of interesting at all. Not my speed. Not my speed at all. Not my speed.
A love letter to shonen anime, Nitrogen Omega is coming soon to PC. And now we've got another interesting game. It's the remake of the end of the greatest RPG of all time.
What, they're remaking Baldur's Gate 3 already?
I'm afraid not.
Final Fantasy 7?
They did that already.
Divinity Original Sin 2?
Now you're just naming games you're in. Actually, this is a metafictional puzzle game where you unravel the circumstances surrounding a lost JRPG from the 1990s.
I have literally no idea what you just said, but I am intrigued.
When is the good stuff gonna come?
And I'm Jacob Dominic.
Where is the good stuff?
Members of Coin Drop Games, making the remake
Joe
of
again.
the end of the greatest RPG of all time.
Remake of the end of the greatest RPG of all time is a faithful recreation of the last hour of everyone's favorite RPG. You know, that one we all know.
You'll start this remake at 99% complete in the middle of the last dungeon, with an inventory just full of healing potions that you're just saving for the next boss.
You somehow aren't remembering the greatest RPG of all time? That's okay. This remake includes the original game's manual, director's commentary,
and the game's director had to translate this part of the game entirely by hand using a Japanese to English dictionary.
and even clips of an unreleased documentary.
I never loved anything that much, and the only way we're going to get that again is by staying exactly faithful to what that original game was.
If you didn't know what the greatest RPG of all time was, I suppose it would turn this into a deduction puzzle game where you'd have to use these bonus features, deductive reasoning, and a little bit of creative thinking to figure out how to complete the last hour of this epic RPG.
Be for real. Who hasn't heard of...
We're still hard at work on this recreation of this all-time classic, but we hope you'll relive a little bit of the magic when we launch the demo for the remake of the end of the greatest RPG of all time on April 25th, 2025.
The remake of the end of the greatest RPG of all time, yes, that is the title, lands on PC later this year with a demo launching on April the 25th. Now, I think we've got another world premiere up next.
Yes, we do. This one's an isometric survival game based on a comic by Kyle Starks.
I hate this place?
Well, you can leave whenever you like.
Okay, see ya. No, it's actually... Never mind, just roll the trailer.
I get it.
Yeah.
I'm starting to feel like this is going to be mostly
great material
games that we don't care about. Well, at least I don't care about.
Them until
and even though this does look kind of interesting. Kinda. If you're into this style of games, you know. It's alright, guys. It's alright. Skybone? Okay. Skybone's cooking some stuff. It's alright.
I Hate This Place is coming later this year, but in the meantime, put it on your wish list.
Now for an update on a puzzle platformer where you tangle with the strings of fate. Here's the release date trailer for Once Upon a Puppet.
For Once Upon a Puppet? I thought it was a little nightmare for a second there. I was looking at him like that kind of little nightmarish. I love it.
Cute and creepy. That was Once Upon a Puppet, which is coming to PC and consoles on April 23rd.
Let's keep things moving with a trailer for a sequel 5 years in the making. Here's the latest transmission from Revenge of the Savage Planet.
The Shamalama's Ding Dong Academy presents the Ding Dong Influencer Accelerator Program, Extreme Routine.
Speed it up, Shelly, to the extreme!
The universally renowned Shamalama has a once-in-a-lifetime offer to accelerate your rise to be the galaxy's next top influencer. With our diaper protocol, your lane game gets insane clicks and subs, and you can co-op train with a partner. The Ding Dong Influencer Accelerator Program Extreme Routine has 4 power-pack programs guaranteed to launch your profile to the stars, including crash test dummy. Death is no longer permanent, but remains incredibly painful and hilarious.
Ding Dong, you're dead.
Selfie Scout. Snag more subs, snapping stunning selfies in our proven primo locale.
Sammy say cheese!
Product Tester. Blow up your feed testing experimental Quad X on space creatures.
You're a freaking animal!
STV Cribs. Now you can pimp your crib on the show everybody in the universe binges.
You're Ding Dong!
Complete all 4 tasks and you can keep that sweet chamois lock spacesuit. Guaranteed. Crash Test Dummy. Clock clicks with your chamois lock gold lame spacesuit. Bedazzle your likes with each side-splitting demise. Selfie Scout.
Sammy say cheese!
Product Tester. Reporting any burns, crashes, or mutations. STV Cribs.
It looks like a van motel! You ain't no shabby! Now you a Ding Dong! Speed it up, Shelly, to the extreme!
Well, that was interesting. Revenge of the Savage Planet is crash landing on PC and consoles in May. What's next, Nolan?
This is Anaya, Life After Gods, an action platformer where you chart the ruins of an alien civilization.
The gods are dead, but we try to survive in their world.
Not impressed. Oh, to be honest, it kind of look cool. It does. It's probably one of the better ones we have seen, apart from Clara Expedition. I don't know, guys.
Anaya, Life
What
After
are we
Gods
feeling
is
about that
coming
one?
to PC and
Because I don't know how to feel about that
You
one.
can check out the demo on Steam right now. In fact,
I do not know how to feel about that one.
From today's show on the Future Game Show Steam page. Just type Future Game Show Steam into your search engine. It's pretty easy. Anyway, Jen, you were telling me earlier about this next one, so please take it away.
So, Nolan, the best way I can describe this is that it's like Alien Isolation, yeah?
Yeah.
With co-op, and velociraptors.
Clever girl.
It's Death Ground.
Interesting. This is gonna be an interesting one. I like the setting. It's fascinating enough. I think this is the next one where if you dig the art style, it doesn't seem that bad. Doesn't seem that bad. Interesting.
Okay, Death Ground is coming to PC later this year, so make sure it's on your wish lists.
Okay, we're breaking things up with our next section, which is a future game show staple.
Every show, we pull focus onto 3 particular games that we consider, us two mainly, ones to watch in 2025.
Oh, this is the
Kingmakers.
Kingmaker. I was trying to remember what it was.
Pickup trucks through cavalry fields in medieval England.
This, I'm not too sure about as yet.
Anachronistic Siege Simulator. Congratulations, I think I've sprained my tongue.
Hello, I'm Ian Fish from Redemption Road Games, makers of Road Redemption and the upcoming Kingmakers. In Kingmakers, you travel back to the year 1401 to help the real-life Welsh rebel Owain Glendower conquer England. In reality, his Welsh rebellion was defeated and he mysteriously disappeared. So in 1401 England, you'll use modern weapons to help the outnumbered Welsh defeat English armies made up of thousands of soldiers. And everything in Kingmakers is real. The thousands of soldiers are all simulated. Furthermore, all buildings are fully navigable and fully destructible. Thousands of soldiers can navigate complex multi-story castles with the same level of pathfinding fidelity you'd expect from a modern first-person shooter. Originally, we thought Kingmakers was going to be a cool simulation of what it would be like to go back in time with modern weapons. Would you be able to defeat a medieval army with an AK-47? Then we realized that if we're going to do this, we got to do it right. Medieval battles involve thousands of soldiers, so we're going to simulate thousands of soldiers. And this isn't like Dynasty Warriors, where soldiers kind of spawn into existence as you approach them. In Kingmakers, they're always there, running their AI all the time. Furthermore, we realized that a game with this scope, the player would want to be able to command his armies and fortify his own outposts, so it kind of grew for there. It's now something completely unique. A shooter with real-time strategy elements that rival Age of Empires, and shooting gameplay that rivals Helldivers and Space Marine. Today we're excited to share a little bit more about the destruction aspect of the game. Every building, castle, wall, and tree in Kingmakers is fully destructible. You can blow it up with a grenade launcher, take it out with an airstrike, or maybe even demolish it with a tank. And none of the destruction is scripted either. It's all dynamic, courtesy of Unreal 4's fast physics calculations. It's one of the reasons we didn't switch to Unreal 5. We experimented with Unreal 5.1 and Unreal 5.3, but nothing has been as fast on the CPU side as Unreal 4 when it comes to physics. Finally, we're excited to share that you and friends can lead their own armies alongside yours
up to 3 friends.
Join in on your conquest of England in online co-op. This is the full campaign, full online co-op, no compromises. This means 4 players fielding armies of thousands, building their own fortifications and buildings, and attacking enemy bases either on their own side of the map or alongside you. We really wanted to make sure that all 4 players feel just as responsive to play as if they were all playing a single player game or as if they were each playing as the host player, even if your ping is not great. Kingmakers is coming to PC Early Access and hopefully to all major consoles. We'll have more to share about the game later in 2025. In the meantime, please wishlist Kingmakers on Steam. Thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of the show.
I actually really like this. I'm going to wishlist it. It's actually something pretty darn cool, to be honest.
Thank you so much to the team at Redemption Road for that closer look at Kingmakers, a game which isn't even out yet, but already has a live-action movie in the works.
I'm already on the phone with my agent to play the pickup truck, of course. Anyway, I think it's time for another world premiere, so grab your friends, your VR headsets, and your mobile phones for some reason.
VR, yay!
Don't worry, it'll make sense soon.
VR is so great. So excited for VR. Home of the VR.
At Elsewhere Electric, we believe in power. The power to shape the future. Our state-of-the-art facility is the heart of that future, and we need you to keep it running. You and a capable partner, that is.
The monotony is back, guys.
I'll open up the van. Get juiced up.
Okay, I think I'm ready. Let's get in there. I see some symbols, a jellyfish, some squiggly pipes.
I think I've got it. Did that work?
Looks like it. 3, 2, 1, turn.
Ready!
Elsewhere Electric relies on teamwork, precision, problem solving, and efficiency. For reasons which will become immediately clear once you enter our facility, the true nature of our work cannot be revealed to the public. Your work may be challenging.
We're in.
Your work may be confusing.
I can see you! I can see you!
Your work will be dangerous.
We need to get this door open. There's something in here.
But it's a risk Elsewhere Electric is willing to take.
In the event of an incident-induced employee vacancy, a replacement installer will continue your work.
These sacrifices make Elsewhere Electric's important work possible. Because in our facility, power doesn't just keep the lights on, it keeps them from getting out.
Whoa! Ah!
Elsewhere Electric, a puzzle game powered by 2.
Okay.
That was your first look at Elsewhere Electric, a cooperative puzzle game where players work together to explore an abandoned facility. Don't try that at home, I'm pretty sure it's illegal. It's coming to PC, VR, iOS, and Android later this year.
All right, this next one's for all you impudent insects out there. If you haven't heard, the cult classic immersive sim System Shock 2 is getting a definitive remaster from Night Dive Studios.
And we just so happen to have the release date ready for you.
Was the system? Oh, that was the first one. I thought it was 2. It was the first one they did.
Your time is running out.
Okay. So was it actually didn't already do that already? Didn't they already did the System Shock thing already? But I guess not.
All you have is your hatred and your individuality. Now, don't you wish you joined us? Would you
not really.
feel so alone? I am Shodan.
Not too loving, like not my type of thing, but I can see how some people would like it. But not my thing. I've never seen it.
You heard it here first, folks.
No,
the
it's
System
simply-
Shock 2 25th Anniversary Remaster launches on June 26th, 2025.
And speaking of good old games, You may have heard about the recently launched preservation program from our friends at GOG. It's a commitment from one of the industry's foremost digital storefronts to maintain and preserve classic video games for future generations.
A noble pursuit indeed. System Shock 2 is already part of the program alongside other golden oldies like Alpha Protocol and SWAT 4, both of which I was in, by the way. So, thanks, guys.
For the Spring Showcase, we've partnered with GOG to reveal some more titles that are coming to the program. Who knows? Maybe one of your nostalgic favorites will pop up.
And I'll be in it.
Probably.
Definitely gonna get Tomb Raider Underworld.
Do us a favor and head over to GOG.com to peruse the expanded preservation program library. We've also collaborated on an FGS-themed sale, which you can find by heading to GOG.com/FGS. Okay, at this point, you're probably thinking, Nolan North, why are you on the balcony? Where's Jennifer? Well, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not so sure myself, but we're about to throw it out to a series of back-to-back trailers while I look for her. And way down. Jen? Jennifer? Anyone?
We all know why the walls around our capital exist. This world fell to the forces of darkness. Its light is replaced by shadows and the terrors that lurk within them. With our faith in the Divine One and the power he bestows on me, can we thrive in a corrupt world. Inquisitor, a word in private.
I don't know about that one either. I don't know if I'm feeling it or not. I just don't know.
And congratulations
You know?
for being exactly where you want to be here at Dutch's Razzle Dazzle Dream Hotel. We got everything you need up here in the clouds. Buy a slice of paradise, cryptocurrency allowed. Vacations tailor-made, have a mealtime serenade. Upgrade to the ultra suede, you wanna do it right. Party on the promenade, every day is a parade. Stay out for the masquerade, the party goes all night. I accept your adulation.
Dutch's Razzle Dazzle Dream Hotel.
At Dutch's Razzle Dazzle Dream Hotel. Yeah.
Dr. Svetlov, let's take this lunatic down for messing with the sovereignty.
Let's make it quick. We're on the clock here.
That's handy. Getting this fixed up.
They're coming.
Never seen anything like this before. Svetlov's planning something big.
Kind of wonder how long this thing's gonna be, because you know, some things interest me, some things don't. It's really, I don't know how to put it. That's really interesting.
Stay sharp.
You know, guys.
Anywhere.
God, I made it.
Uncle Nolan, where have you been?
Okay, it's okay. I'm sorry. That just took so long. It's really way up there. It's not a camera trick. If they ask you to go up there, do not do it. Okay, what's next?
While Uncle Nolan recovers, let's take a look at Neighbours Suburban Warfare, which is kind of like Rainbow Six Siege, except with pigeon poop bombing runs. Yes, you did hear that correctly. And backyard brawls.
She said poop.
Are you okay?
I can't breathe.
Okay.
This is wacky as I don't know. It's wacky. It's very wacky. Like, I don't know, man.
Reaffirm your property boundaries in Neighbours Suburban Warfare, which is launching in early access on April 17th.
We've got a developer presentation for Hawthorne up next. This is a sandbox RPG where you build a whimsical community of woodland creatures. Very, very cottagecore gay. I'm in.
Adorable.
Hawthorne is a sandbox RPG realm of anthropomorphic animals and fairy tale creatures. Play solo or co-op as you recruit villagers and build a village of memorable NPCs. Defend against the elements and against forest tricksters. Celebrate.
I want to see if Altars is going to show up.
Farm, craft.
I'm really excited for Altars. That's another game
world, bigger than
I'm
the
really
small
excited
creature
for.
you play. Bringing this nostalgic world to life has been a long-term dream for us, and we're
So
thrilled
Start
to
of
be doing
Midnight
it
supposed to
alongside
show
our
up at some
players.
point. Altars.
Hawthorne will leverage our experience
Yeah.
making some of the world's most beloved RPGs.
Those that you get thinking
To
of
establish
that
a new
is
genre
I'm really
that
excited
blends the
for.
emergent fun of sandbox games
Right,
with
this is
the charming
alright.
simulation of village life. It's a fantasy home you can keep returning to.
The different playable species have asymmetrical abilities and limitations. You,
That
your
guy's so
friends,
psyched.
and your NPC followers must work together to complete jobs around the village.
He has a good like podcast voice though.
Differentiated species, together with our procedural storytelling, combined to
They really
make each player's
enunciate
story
his words
Hawthorne
properly.
unique and
I've been
enjoyable.
working on that for me, and it has been very difficult
We're a
to do.
small team of experienced developers bringing Hawthorne to life as a true passion project. This game is currently self-funded to keep creativity at its heart. And now, with our incredible community, we have the chance to build something unique and memorable. Join us on this adventure. Follow and support our Kickstarter to help us bring the nostalgic joy that is Hawthorne to the world.
It's interesting. I do agree. It is unique. It is unique, guys.
A Kickstarter
You can agree on that
campaign
one.
for Hawthorne
It is unique.
coming soon, so keep an eye on the developers' socials for more information.
Definitely.
All right, for the future Games Show historians out there, this next game appeared at the very end of last year's Spring Showcase as our one more thing.
You know, Jen, while we're on the topic of history, you know, back in my day when Emily and I hosted the first Future Games Show, it was all remote. None of this real in-person stuff. I mean, you kids don't know how good you're getting it.
Back in your day. Yeah, when did Uncharted come out again?
They tell me 2007.
Yeah, I was definitely still in school.
At least you were born. Okay, let's just watch this new trailer for Industria 2.
Industria 2. That sounds familiar. I wonder if it's the thing with the robots.
Grab my hand. Thanks. Marlene, I need to find a way home.
I'm just as stranded as you.
God damn it.
But there is a sender at headquarters. I can show you the way if you help me arrive there in one piece.
Deal.
Nora, what was Atlas made for in the first place? Before it became this?
It was a sorting algorithm meant to scrape the universe base layer for data. I mean, we're talking hundreds of thousands of dimensions.
I guess it didn't stay that way.
It's interesting. It is interesting. That's all I can say about it. It's interesting.
Defy an insatiable artificial intelligence in Industria 2, which is coming soon to PC.
Another world premiere now, and this one has a little historical kick to it.
As well as some zombies, because why not?
So excited. Oh my god. So excited. So excited. As they say, so excited. Well, I don't know, like, it's alright. Not my type of game. It's one of those games but it's not my type of game. It's alright. You know?
Romestead is a survival game where you rebuild the empire after the fall of Rome. It's coming soon, but you can sign up for the closed alpha at romestead.com.
All right, ready up for our second Ones to Watch. This time, we're checking in with Compulsion Games' Deep South action adventure, South of Midnight.
Hello, I'm Whitney, and I'm the art director at Compulsion Games.
Hey, I'm Zaire, and I'm one of the writers at Compulsion Games.
Right now, we're working on South of Midnight. It's a third-person action-adventure game set in a folkloric version of the Deep South.
So in South of Midnight, you play as Hazel. Her mother gets swept away in a trailer during a hurricane, and as Hazel is looking for help, she encounters creatures who have like their own issues that she helps them solve.
Hey, Hazel.
Who's there?
Up here. You find your mama yet?
Today, we're excited to talk a bit more about the creatures, specifically our narrator, the catfish. who you meet, pretty early on in the game, and he's a pretty important character.
A talking fish? Nope. Ain't no way.
Catfish is voiced by a man named Walter. So we really looked for people who were from the South, who would have kind of that southern background and authenticity. And he's a great guy. He's 70 years old, plays fiddle, really cool. He's really excited about the project. I think this is one of his first voice acting jobs, if I remember correctly.
Go on now, Scoot. I'll pick you up yonder after to go find your mom.
So after we meet Catfish, you are
it is
set
pretty good,
to
though.
heal Benji.
It sounds pretty
and
good.
He lives in this remote Cajun community that has been abandoned for many years. And as you explore that region, you understand kind of why it's been abandoned, what happened to Benji, why he became that tree, and what his connection to Rhubarb, this sort of eccentric, off-the-grid character that you meet early on. You kind of get to know what their relationship is and what happened there.
You're welcome to try bottling up the pain, but the roots of this trouble go deep.
We have an awesome audio director, Chris, and he really wanted to make sure we had a special song for each of our main creatures you meet in the region, and that song tells a story, and you learn about the characters and the backstory through that song.
Benji his name. He saw things different. He was my shame. And I said goodbye. I said farewell. I took my hammer, my ticket to hell.
So the music is kind of done in parcels. So you'll get part of a story. So you'll get a few lines, maybe 2, 3, 4 times throughout each zone, and they tell a little bit more of the story. And then when you unlock most of the context, you'll have a final, either a boss fight or an encounter with the creature. And during that final encounter, like with Benji, when you're climbing the tree, you'll hear the full song.
He was my brother, Benji his name. He saw things different. He was my shame.
South of Midnight launches on Xbox Series X and S, PC, and it's also going to be day 1 on Game Pass on April 8th. And in the meantime, feel free to shout us out on social media, tell your friends, pre-order, wishlist, really get the word out there.
Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the rest of the show.
That wasn't too
South
bad.
of Midnight is coming to PC and Xbox on the 8th of April and will be on Xbox Game Pass from day 1. Shout out to Compulsion Games for giving us a window into that world. Better yet, you can see more from South of Midnight in our FGS Live from GDC post show, which directly follows this broadcast. So stick around.
Okay, now we're venturing into the haunted landscapes of Pioneer next. It's a stalker-like MMO first-person shooter set in a dark alternate reality.
A lot of connective words. Stalker-like. A lot of connective words. Oh, it looks good though. It looks good though. It does look good. Graphically, it looks good.
We will create a new world of the ruins of the old one as the great raven bestowed.
We have wanted it to end this way. We offer our sincere condolences and hope you will die with that understanding.
I don't want to spoil it for you. All you need to know is that we're going to have an incredibly fun time together.
Was a mistake, and will continue to monitor you and your progress. Your actions are rapidly changing the course of events, and the general vector of changes is close to our worldview.
But here everything is strange. Our informant is weird. Our enemies are weird. The same goes for you, too.
Weird.
That was gameplay for the incredible-looking Pioneer, which is coming to PC in 2025. What have we got next, Jennifer?
Well, we're taking a trip to 19th century Brazil to check out a cel-shaded roguelike called Hell Clock.
I can't even tell you how I'm feeling about this one. I think there's only like 3 games that we have seen so far that I'm like really looking forward to play. Son of Midnight, Claire, Expedition, Kingmaker. Yeah, those are the 3 that immediately comes to mind. Demo is available now, guys, so you can definitely check it out to see if you'd be interested in this game also.
Set your alarms because Hell Clock is coming soon to PC. There's also a demo available on Steam, so go check it out after the show.
Let's push things forward with a completely different game, one that asks you to be the MVP in PvP vehicular combat. Nolan, did I say that right?
I have no idea.
Anyway, here's Rivals Hover League.
This actually kind of cool. Hey, Crafton, isn't those the guys that...
Rivals Hover League is coming soon, but you can check out the alpha test on Steam. Time for something scary, I think. Nolan?
Yes, indeed. Let me introduce you all to Finding Frankie, a haunted
Crafton
parkour
is the
game
guys
show
that
starring a
own, that bought the Hi-Fi Studio.
Here's the latest from the game's development.
And did the game... The game from Dead Space... The Dead Space, one of the Dead Space creator. Oh my god. I don't remember the game's name. Callisto Protocol.
Quick update for you, lucky contestant. The other contestants have mysteriously died. Not sure how that happened, but oh well. You're still left. Over 3 stories of action-packed parkour obstacle courses. Authorities have discovered 3 dead bodies on the premise of Frankie's Parkour Palace. This is going to be a game show you won't ever forget.
The only reason the ones above decided to keep you around is because you're boosting the ratings. Our viewers are entertained. We aren't going bankrupt, and this isn't our last game show.
Watch your step when Finding Frankie comes to consoles on April 15th.
Moving swiftly away from that terrifying image, we've got a special update from Tale Worlds Entertainment about their beloved medieval warfare simulator, Mount and Blade 2, Bannerlord.
Fascinating. It is a fascinating game. Just fascinating to me. I don't know what else to say.
What a brilliant surprise. Mount and Blade 2 is getting naval warfare, a new faction, and so much more with the War Sails expansion, which is coming soon to PC and consoles.
And sticking with the seafaring theme, here's the latest on an Unreal Engine 5 sailing adventure inspired by Firewatch. This is Will Follow the Light.
I will find you, wherever you are.
Will Follow the Light is coming in 2025 to PC, Xbox, and PlayStation.
Magic blasts. You'll want to pull them in close with your lasso to dish out damage. Our combat system is built around using physics to juggle your 4 class pathways, each excelling in a different style of combat. Spellblades supplement their attacks with elemental magic. Outlanders break armor to create weaknesses. Treasure hunters focus on speed to exploit weaknesses. And sentinels defend and heal the team when dealing damage. Choose the weapons and abilities that fit your style. You can freely switch your class just by changing your weapons, allowing you to focus on your favorite or make hybrid builds. Team up with your friends to create absolute mayhem. Our team has had so much fun coming up with unique abilities and wild combos, and we're excited to see what chaos you can create. Now here's Nasher to tell you all the really important details about how to wishlist Cloudheim. Thanks, Nasher. In case you didn't get that, Cloudheim releases this year. Wishlist it now.
Bring harmony to the realm when Cloudheim lands on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox in 2025. And be sure to sign up to the closed beta if you want to check it out ahead of launch.
Okay. We've got another round of back-to-back trailers up next, so keep your wits and blades always sharp.
All right.
Not in favouring. Keep your wits and your wish lists primed. We'll be back.
I need to add Kingsmaker to my wish list.
No, then.
But that's not on
Get
my.
up to that balcony in a bit. How did you actually get down from there?
Well, you know, they didn't just hire me for Uncharted on my looks.
Oh. So did you Nathan Drake your way down?
No, I just cried really loudly and the crew came and got me.
Classic.
They've been making a lot of Nathan Drake references. It would be very cool to see an announcement for a Nathan Drake complete collection coming to PC. Alright.
Welcome to Section 13, a top-down roguelike shooter where an interdimensional outbreak is just another day at the office. Operating from the shadows, S2P is a globe-spanning paranormal research organization. Their mission?
The Alan Wake developer should
go bump in the night. And
have their thing come showing here too. I thought they made a post about it, so I'm hoping to see that.
Unavailable. It's up to a team of disposable rank-and-file nobodies to
I
get
don't
the job
remember
done.
being a specific date be confirmed.
Meet Agent Red.
No, please, don't eat my... All right, Red, your time to shine.
She's new to the field, but don't let that fool you. She's packing cutting-edge mad science weaponry. She's one of 4 agents available to choose from. Whether you're going in alone or bringing some help. Now, listen carefully. Whatever they were up to in that base, they weren't doing it on the books. There's something big down there. And it wants out. It's up to you to plunge into the unknown. Find the answers. Fight for the truth. And bring some light to the dark. Section 13. Clock in.
Welcome, bandits from all over the world. We are Bandit Trap, a home security company, and our new line of home defense products needs to be tested. So we're calling on you to do the job. Your objective, try to loot all 10 treasures scattered in our prepared houses and escape from the robotic hands of our trapper. This little fella packs all the skills to achieve our ultimate goal. Defend homes and their treasures against bandits from all over the world.
Oh, this looks cool. This looks cool. Watch this.
These rings store thousands of citizen cores.
It's a game. I've seen this a bit before.
You have to reach the top chamber and break the last remaining seal. Dropped straight into a hostile zone.
Interesting.
This is exactly what hyper units were made for. Unleash your hyper power. Rip their cores out. You know you want to.
In the name of duty, courage, and truth, I will protect the citizens.
I'm feeling this one. Not sure if I'll end up playing, but I am feeling it. I am definitely feeling it. You know.
See you on the other side.
Very much interesting. I'm definitely feeling it.
Hello Cybermyth combatants! Neon Abyss 2 is a side-scrolling action roguelike game with a cyber-mythological theme. The sequel stays faithful to what the fans love about the first game, using the original infinite item stacking feature and chaotic combat, while introducing new mechanics, new content, and refinement to create an exhilarating experience. Finally, you can get hands-on with Neon Abyss 2 yourself with our single-player open playtest, which is available right now. Don't forget to wishlist now.
Hey, welcome back. Let's get back into the swing of things with a world premiere. I hope you like lonely robots.
I love them.
There was no guide for what we had to do, no manual for leaving a world behind. But even we knew we couldn't take everything with us. I left behind my greatest creation, a guardian, a caretaker. Its hands shaped to nurture, its heart programmed to protect. It works tirelessly now, crafting vessels from the bones of a broken world, sending sparks of life into the void.
Why does the sun go on shining? Why does the sea rush to shore? And
The Last Caretaker is a survival game where you bring humanity back from the brink of extinction.
No pressure, I guess. It's coming soon to PC.
Now let's move on and introduce you all to Into the Dead, Our Darkest Days. It's a side-scrolling survival game set in a Texas city devastated by a zombie outbreak, plus an economic crisis and a scorching heat wave for good measure.
Now, stinky zombies I can handle, but hot weather, I'm British. Absolutely not.
Rapture, swallow me down. Blinded at the pyre, standing in the fire till the dreams went dead in the whites of their eyes. Nothing's growing
like the music. I do like the music.
Into the Dead, Our Darkest Days launches into early access on April 9th, which is just mere weeks away, people.
Get excited, but please try to enjoy each game equally.
Well, if you're looking for something a little more cheery, then we've got you covered too. Locomoto is a cozy conductor simulator where you fix rusty trains and make hot cocoa for your furry friends.
I'm sold.
Me too.
Great.
Welcome to the world of Locomoto, where your story begins with a simple, rusty train, which will become your new home. You'll take the role as train conductor, keeping your train in tip-top shape. Learn how to drive it and embark on a journey to help your hometown Barenpire solve its environmental struggles. Traverse and explore various stations and bring aboard quirky locals along the way. Pick her out and drive them to their destination, and while travelling, you can of course service them to make sure they enjoy the ride. Scour the world for resources and craft unique sets of furniture to furnish your train with. Customize the exterior and interior of your train to make it feel like your own. There are many things to explore and discover in the world of Locomoto, so immerse yourself in this cozy experience when Locomoto arrives on the 8th of April 2025 on Steam and on Nintendo Switch later this year.
Please mind the gap, because Locomoto is pulling into a station near you on April the 8th. That was a real palate cleanser, so time for something gritty now, I think.
Precisely. Here's Karma, The Dark World, an alt history thriller where you dive into the brains of your suspects as an agent of the Thought Bureau. All right?
I don't want... Tell me, do you think a glimpse of a memory is the absolute truth? You don't get to choose
Looks good.
the events that led up to these memories, or what transpired after.
It looks good, so that's a good part. It looks good.
Mother? Just what kind of memories make us the people today?
I'm going to tear you apart.
Unravel the truth in Karma, The Dark World, which lands on PC and PS5 on March the 27th, which is exactly 1 week from now. Now, we all know you like watching trailers for games, but what about actually playing them too? Sound fun? Good. Because this next section focuses on indies with demos available on Steam, so you can check them all out right after the show. The Sky, where you chart cel-shaded landscapes as a makeshift paper plane.
If you'd rather be a chaos gremlin, give Mother Machine a try. It's an action platformer where you chart quirky cave systems.
My girlfriend calls me a chaos gremlin. And finally, this is Artist Impact, a story-rich, turn-based RPG that blends pixel art with hand-drawn comic aesthetics. That was our ones to play montage, and the best way you can try those games out for yourself is by heading to our Future Game Show Steam page. Just search Future Game Show on Steam to get more info on the games we've covered today, and maybe wishlist some of your favorites.
I know we harp on about wishlisting a lot, but it is an important visibility signal for games in development, and every little bit helps.
Indeed. We're switching back into trailer mode now with another world premiere. This one's an exciting adaptation of a popular board game.
Quite fascinating, isn't it?
That's right, Frosthaven, the board game, is now Frosthaven, the video game, and it's coming to PC in 2025.
This next game fulfills a lifelong dream of mine, to be a sheep wielding a great sword in a world run by wolves. Let's dig into the delightfully edgy revenge story of Stand Alone. Stand Alone is coming to Steam in summer 2025.
Sweet. Okay, let's keep it rolling with the latest trailer from Mecha Break, a lightning-fast armored brawler. Mecha Break is boosting its way into your rotation later this year. How are we looking, Jennifer?
Well, we're most of the way through the show now, Nolan North, but there's still a bunch of exciting games in the pipeline. Here's a double feature from our friends at Playdigious.
Fretless, The Wrath of Rifson, and Crown Gambit are both coming to PC in 2025.
All right, Nolan North. I think it's safe to say we've covered a ton of games today. But what's one more world premiere between friends?
Oh, well, I'm not complaining. Let's check it out.
This is the one more. Oh boy.
Rave, Kingdom on the Distant Shores, is a city builder set in a fox-filled fantasy land, which is coming in 2026.
We've got something slightly less adorable for up next, but for good reason. Our final ones to watch deep dive tackles the next spine-chilling game from Tarsier Studios, the minds behind Little Nightmares.
Prepare yourself, because it's time for a closer look at the claustrophobic world of Reanimal.
Reanimal is a co-op horror adventure where you play two siblings and you're looking for your three friends.
These kids grew up in a lovely place, but due to reasons that become more apparent as you play the game, that lovely place has turned really quite nasty. And so your job as these two players is to go and rescue your other friends and try and escape this nasty place. The island itself, due to this inciting incident, has been fractured, and so it's in three large parts and a bunch of smaller bits. Each of your friends can be found in one of these big parts. It's a very simple tale of find yourself in hell, go through a really scary place, survive and rescue your friend, you know. It's a tale as old as time.
Like, we really love seeing people go with that and just go the extra mile and find all those secrets and all these things and put it all together and come up with their theory, right? So I feel like if we give away too much up front, everybody loses.
We definitely give players more this time round than in previous games, but still it's nice to keep a little bit back so you can kind of meet in the middle and see what people make of what you've given them and all that.
It's definitely a co-op game. You're together solving various like little, maybe puzzles is almost too much of a word there, but you're overcoming different obstacles in the world and survive various things we pitch against you together, right? So it's about the two players finding ways to survive and rescuing their friends, really, like we said before.
Interesting.
Because I'm a big couch fan. Couch co-op is where it's at for me. But then a load of people love online. And then there's people who just want to do that together. So the fact that the tech team have managed to get all three boxes checked that front, I think, is really, really nice.
And what was also very, very important to us is that it's all kind of the same experience because this camera is always the same, right? We don't have split screen. In online co-op, you don't follow your character and the other one is doing whatever. It's always being together as the two characters. And yeah, like Mer said from the beginning, like scared together. That was one of the pillars, and I feel like this camera is kind of essential to pulling that off.
People have played our previous games together anyway, whether they was co-op or not. That made that decision feel quite a natural one. That like, people want this, and you know, let's do it. It's gonna be fun, you know.
Whenever we put something in the game, we are trying to make sure it doesn't get boring. It's something new. One thing we're really trying not to do is to give you the same thing over and over and over and just work based on a recipe. But instead, we're really questioning ourselves, is this unique within the game, right? I'm not saying unique across all games, but trying to give the player something fresh within the experience that we're crafting, and then hopefully that leads to something that people actually enjoy. Hope you enjoyed that behind the scenes look at Reanimal. Wishes us, and more info is coming soon.
Interesting. Okay.
Reanimal is coming soon to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox, so get that thing on your wish list. Now, what have we got next for the good people, Jennifer?
Okay, Nolan. So it's no secret here that at the Future Games Show, we're huge fans of
I knew
Remedy
that they should have been here.
curiously entangled universe of games such as
Please
Control
give the
And last
release
year, the
date.
studio revealed a spin-off to Control called FBC Firebreak, a session-based co-op shooter where you tackle anomaly-busting jobs in the non-Euclidean confines of the oldest house.
If you've been anticipating this one, so have we. And good news, we're delighted to share the first gameplay trailer for FBC Firebreak, which will give you a taste of what to expect when the game launches later this year. Let's take a look.
We've had reports of rogue sticky notes replicating across this sector. If you don't cut back their numbers, this whole place will be yellow by morning. This crisis ain't over. Now get through the containment door to the next zone.
Interesting. It looks wild.
Safe room dead ahead. Might contain something useful, but it'll probably attract a lot of... Oh, you already opened it. Never mind. You sure kicked the nest. There's hiss all over you.
Bit of risk reward.
You gotta shoot him off me!
What the?
Last containment door's open. Go, go!
So basically, your character can turn.
Something.
All right, crew. Time to clean house.
The summer. Okay.
That was FBC Firebreak, which is coming to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox in summer 2025. Now, you can find even more exclusive info on FBC Firebreak by heading to gamesradar.com after the show. And I hate to say it, Jennifer, but is it time for our final trailer?
No, then I think it might be. Look, thankfully, our buddies at Bloober Team are sending us off with a developer diary for Chronos: The New Dawn, a survival horror game where you scour the future for remnants of the past, just like my therapy sessions.
Chronos, it's a sci-fi survival horror, and in a way, a dream come true for us to make. The world of Chronos, it's like alternative history when the world ends in 80s by the apocalyptic event that we called The Change.
In Chronos, you play as a traveler, and the travelers, because there's more of them, are being sent to the ruins of human civilization to search for the time rifts and jump back in time to extract people who didn't survive the apocalypse.
Travelers are the only ones that can survive encounters with monsters.
We are calling them the orphans because they are what was left from humanity. To be honest, we can't wait to show you more about our game. We can confirm that something about the gameplay is coming soon.
So stay tuned.
Chronos: The New Dawn is coming to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox later this year. But you can see more of it during our official post-show, FGS Live from GDC, which airs directly
That's pretty
after
quick
the spring
for them
show.
because they did
more exclusive info
the Silent Hill
on
last
Bloober Team's new
year,
game.
so
You just need
this
to
is
stay
pretty
tuned
quick.
to the platform you're watching right now.
Yeah. Now, Jennifer, despite what you said about
What else
that
plays
being
it
the
out a bit
final trailer,
or whatever,
the
but-
teleprompter,
Auto key.
same thing, is still rolling for some reason.
Ah, yeah, I see. That must have been the tadpole talking.
The what now?
There's not enough time to unpack that. But it does mean we have one more thing.
Oh.
No time to dally, though. Prepare for...
Oh, the guy.
Yes.
What is this? It's not what I think it is. So I'm trying to figure out what it is. Okay.
Bam! Saber Interactive is bringing Painkiller back from the dead, and the remake is coming soon to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. But with that, we really are out of time. The show is officially over. Jennifer English, it's been so much fun.
Nolan North, I think we smashed it.
Yes.
That was a lot to get through, but we hope you've all had fun watching this year's Spring Showcase. Thank you so much for joining us. But
All right, that's the
you
end,
should
guys.
absolutely stick around as FGS Live from GDC starts immediately.
All right, guys. So that was the end of that. It was okay. It wasn't anything to write home about. It wasn't anything fantastic or great. It was just okay. They showed some stuff that was interesting. Like I can think of the FBS, that FBC from the in the Control universe, that game. The new game from Bluebird Team, Painkillers from Saber, Side of Midnight, the Kingsman game. Is it Kingsman? The one we travel back in time with modern weapons. That game, I don't remember his name, but I need to look it up. There's one more game I'm missing. I'm missing one more, but it was like a couple of 6 or 7 games that showed up that was really okay, but most of it was just not so good, But others, guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for enjoying the content. Please leave a like on the video if you haven't already. Subscribe for more content like this. And see you guys in the next one. Peace. Gamelander out.